What if I told you that the way you're storing your food could be making you sick, destroying its nutrition, and even worsening your joint pain? The shocking truth is that millions of seniors are refrigerating foods that should never be chilled, and it's silently sabotaging their health every single day. I discovered this the hard way when my own grandmother ended up in the ER last summer. The culprit? A common food that most people refrigerate without thinking twice. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the biggest food storage mistakes that are draining your energy, ruining your digestion, and putting your health at risk. And stick around until the end, because I'll share the one storage trick that could literally save your life. Here's the thing about aging. Our bodies become less forgiving of small mistakes. That banana you've been keeping in the fridge, it could actually be making your arthritis worse. That expensive olive oil in the door of your refrigerator, it's losing the very heart-healthy compounds you bought it for. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which foods to keep out of the fridge, which ones absolutely need chilling, and the simple switches that could help you feel better within days. Foods you should never refrigerate. Never refrigerate. Number 1. Tomatoes. The digestion destroyer. Tomatoes are a daily staple for most of us. Sandwiches, salads, pasta sauce, they're everywhere in our kitchens. But here's the shocking truth most seniors don't know. Refrigerating tomatoes doesn't just ruin their flavor, it actually transforms them into a digestive nightmare. When that cold air hits a tomato, something terrible happens. The delicate cell walls collapse, creating that mealy, grainy texture we all hate. But it's not just about taste, it's what happens in your body next that matters. Cold damaged tomatoes become significantly harder to digest, especially for seniors whose digestive systems are already more sensitive. Even worse, that refrigerator is destroying the tomato's lycopene, the powerful compound linked to heart protection, reduced inflammation, and even prostate health. Take Marley Gutierrez, a 78-year-old in Florida who kept her tomatoes in the fridge her entire life. She started noticing uncomfortable bloating and indigestion after meals. But when her culinary school granddaughter suggested a simple switch to counter storage, everything changed. "I can't believe the difference," Marley told me. "Not just in how they taste, but how I feel after eating them. My digestion is so much better, and my homemade bruschetta is getting compliments like never before." The solution is beautifully simple. Keep tomatoes on the counter, away from direct sunlight. Only refrigerate them if you've already cut into one, and even then, use them within 24 hours. Your stomach and your taste buds will thank you. Never refrigerate. Number 2. Bananas, the joint pain trigger. Now, if you're dealing with stiff joints, arthritis, or inflammation, you'll want to pay extra close attention to this next one. Bananas seem like the perfect senior-friendly fruit. Soft, easy to eat, great for energy, and packed with potassium. But the moment you put them in the fridge, you're not just turning their peels black, you're destroying their powerful anti-inflammatory benefits. Here's what most doctors won't tell you. Bananas contain natural compounds called dopamine and catechins that fight inflammation. But when refrigerated, these compounds break down rapidly. Dalila Boone, an 82-year-old former yoga instructor, learned this lesson the hard way. After reading online tips about extending shelf life, she started refrigerating her daily bananas. Within weeks, she noticed something alarming: increased stiffness in her joints during morning stretches and more frequent bloating. The connection? Those cold-damaged bananas had lost their anti-inflammatory magic. When she switched back to room temperature storage, both her flexibility and digestion improved dramatically. If you're worried about bananas ripening too quickly, here's the insider trick. Keep them at room temperature, away from apples and avocados, which speed ripening. And if they get too ripe, don't refrigerate, freeze them instead. Peel first, cut into chunks, and store in a freezer bag for smoothies. Your joints will feel the difference within days, just like Dalila's did. Never refrigerate. Number 3. Olive oil, the heart protector. If you're spending good money on olive oil for its heart benefits, this next revelation might shock you. That bottle of olive oil in your refrigerator? It's turning into a waxy, cloudy mess. And worse, it's losing the very heart-protective compounds you're paying premium prices for. When olive oil gets cold, something concerning happens that most cardiologists never mention. The repeated temperature changes from taking it in and out of the fridge cause oxidation, destroying those precious polyphenols that lower cholesterol and fight inflammation. For seniors especially, these polyphenols are gold for cardiovascular health. But refrigeration is silently robbing you of these benefits with every temperature change. Augie Reedern, an 86-year-old with high cholesterol, discovered this after refrigerating his expensive olive oil to keep it fresh. Not only did it become thick and hard to pour, but his homemade vinaigrettes started tasting flat. After moving his oil to a dark cabinet away from the stove, both the flavor and his enthusiasm for heart-healthy meals returned. The correct way to store olive oil? Keep it in a cool, dark place between 57 to 70 degrees, never in the refrigerator. And here's a tip most people miss. Use dark glass bottles rather than plastic, which can leach chemicals into your oil. Remember this, proper olive oil storage isn't just about taste, it could literally be protecting your heart. Never refrigerate. Number 4. Honey, the healing powerhouse. This last one might be the most surprising of all. For centuries, honey has been valued for its natural antibacterial and healing properties. Many seniors rely on it for soothing sore throats and aiding digestion. But the moment you put honey in the refrigerator, you're essentially turning a healing superfood into ordinary sugar. The cold destroys honey's delicate enzymes, like glucose oxidase, that give it antimicrobial and therapeutic properties. And for seniors with arthritis or limited hand strength, that thick, crystallized texture makes it nearly impossible to use. Pearl Haskins, a 79-year-old retired piano teacher, kept her honey in the fridge until a local herbalist explained she was neutralizing its benefits. After moving it to her pantry, Pearl was amazed at how quickly it returned to a smooth consistency and how much better it soothed her seasonal allergies and digestive discomfort. Here's the expert tip. Store honey in a sealed glass jar at room temperature, away from sunlight. If it does crystallize, never microwave it. Instead, place the jar in warm water to gently restore its texture without damaging its healing properties. Remember, honey doesn't spoil. Its natural antibacterial properties keep it shelf-stable for years. Refrigeration only robs you of its medicinal power. Foods you must refrigerate. Now let's shift gears to the other side of food safety. The foods that absolutely must stay cold to prevent serious illness in seniors. Must refrigerate. Number 1. Yogurt, the gut guardian. For seniors looking to support gut health, bone strength, and immunity, yogurt is a nutritional powerhouse. But there's a dangerous misconception about yogurt that sends thousands of seniors to the hospital each year. Yogurt must be kept cold at all times, no exceptions. When yogurt sits at room temperature for even 2 hours, it becomes a breeding ground for harmful bacteria like Listeria and Salmonella. For seniors with weakened immune systems, these bacteria can cause severe, even life-threatening infections. Even more concerning, the beneficial probiotics that make yogurt so healing for your gut actually die off when left unrefrigerated. So that yogurt that's been sitting out, it's not just potentially dangerous, it's also lost most of its health benefits. Clem Farrell, an 81-year-old, learned this lesson the hard way when he developed severe stomach cramps after eating yogurt that had been in his bag for hours during a morning card game. His emergency room doctor was blunt. Yogurt is good for you, but only when it's cold. The life-saving rule: keep yogurt at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below, and never leave it out for more than 30 minutes. When shopping, make yogurt your last pickup before checkout, and use an insulated bag with an ice pack if you're taking it on the go. This simple habit could keep you out of the hospital. It certainly changed everything for Clem. Must refrigerate. Number 2. Eggs, the protein powerhouse. Eggs are a senior's best friend. Affordable, protein-rich, and packed with nutrients like vitamin B12, choline, and lutein that support muscle strength, brain health, and vision. But there's a dangerous myth about eggs that puts seniors at serious risk. Unlike in some other countries, eggs in the United States are washed before being sold, which removes their natural protective coating. This makes refrigeration absolutely necessary to prevent bacteria from entering through the porous shell. For seniors, the risk is especially high. As we age, our immune response slows down, making it harder to fight off infections from contaminated food. An egg left out for just a few hours in warm temperatures can harbor pathogens you can't see or smell. Denny Belrose, an 85-year-old, kept eggs on his counter the way his parents had done. After frying an egg that had been sitting out overnight, he developed nausea and chills that landed him in urgent care with a confirmed salmonella infection. The simple rule that could save your life: store eggs below 40 degrees Fahrenheit in the main body of the refrigerator, not the door where temperatures fluctuate, and avoid raw or undercooked eggs. Seniors should opt for fully cooked preparations like hard-boiled or scrambled. Not sure if an egg is still good? Try this test. Place it in a bowl of water. If it sinks and lays flat, it's fresh. If it stands upright or floats, toss it immediately. Must refrigerate. Number 3. Deli meats, the hidden danger. For many seniors, deli meats offer a quick, easy protein source that requires little preparation. But they also harbor a hidden danger that sends more seniors to the hospital than almost any other food. Deli meats are particularly susceptible to Listeria monocytogenes, a bacteria that can grow even in cold temperatures, but thrives when these meats are left out. For seniors, this infection can cause fever, muscle aches, gastrointestinal distress, and even neurological complications. What makes this especially dangerous is that infected meat often looks and smells completely normal. And for seniors with heart disease, kidney problems, or diabetes, food poisoning can quickly become life-threatening. Henrietta Magwood, 83, loved her daily turkey sandwich, but had a habit of leaving the sliced meat on the counter while preparing the rest of her meal. After experiencing dizziness and nausea just hours after lunch, her doctor identified Listeria as the likely culprit. The life-saving rule: keep deli meats refrigerated at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below in airtight containers. Eat them within 3 to 5 days of opening and never leave them out for more than 30 minutes. If you're at higher risk, consider heating them until steaming hot, 165 degrees Fahrenheit before eating. This simple habit keeps Henrietta enjoying her turkey sandwiches safely, and it could protect you too. Must refrigerate. Number 4. Berries, the brain boosters. Few foods pack as much nutritional power as berries. Rich in antioxidants, vitamin C, and fiber, they support immune function, reduce inflammation, and even improve brain health, making them perfect for seniors. But there's a dangerous mistake many make with berries that not only wastes money, but can lead to serious illness. Berries deteriorate rapidly at room temperature. Their high moisture content and soft skin make them especially prone to mold and bacterial growth, sometimes within just a few hours. For seniors with weakened immune systems, consuming spoiled berries can lead to severe digestive distress. Even more concerning, without refrigeration, the valuable antioxidants and phytonutrients that give berries their protective benefits begin to degrade almost immediately. Millie Truitt, 87, loved starting her mornings with mixed berries, but would leave them on the counter to ripen after buying them at the farmer's market. One morning, she noticed a slightly sour smell, but ate them anyway, resulting in nausea and bloating that required urgent medical care. The expert rule: refrigerate berries immediately in a breathable container lined with a paper towel. Wash them only right before eating and consume them within 3 days. For longer storage, freeze them for smoothies or oatmeal. They'll retain most of their antioxidants and save you money. This simple habit keeps Millie enjoying her morning ritual safely and preserves all those brain-boosting benefits. The life-changing takeaway. As we've discovered today, the way you store your food can be just as important as what's on your plate. Remember, keep tomatoes, bananas, olive oil, and honey out of the refrigerator to preserve their flavor, digestive benefits, and healing properties. Always refrigerate yogurt, eggs, deli meats, and berries to prevent dangerous bacteria and preserve their nutritional value. These simple changes could transform your digestion, boost your energy, reduce inflammation, and most importantly, keep you safe from the foodborne illnesses that send thousands of seniors to the hospital each year. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to NutriHubless for more senior health tips that could literally save your life. And don't forget to share this video with someone you care about. It might be the most important information they hear all year. Drop a comment below and let me know, which of these storage tips surprised you the most? What will you change in your kitchen starting today? Remember, Aging well starts with small, smart choices every day, and proper food storage is one of the easiest ways to protect your health and feel your best. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.